What up, though?
What up,
What up, though?
How you live? Welcome to Back to the Classics, the cinematic movie podcast that takes you back to the iconic films of 20 years ago. I am your guy, Jay Alonzo. With me is my guy,
Kay Williams. What up, Jay?
Kay, listen, I'll be the first to admit it. I'm horrible at scheduling, and well, okay. So here we go. So we were supposed to have a guest on today. We were supposed to have Hollywood Kev. Shout out to Hollywood Kev. And it just seems like we just couldn't get it done because I had stuff going on, you had stuff going on, he had stuff going on. So we kept pushing it back, right? So let me give you a brief breakdown as to what has all transpired in the last 72 hours. So on the day we're supposed to have Kay here, I'm sorry, not Kay, you're Kay. On the day we're supposed to have Kev here, I was invited to take a quick overnight trip. It wasn't even an overnight trip. It was like a turnaround trip to Santa Ana, California to go to the opening night for the Freddie Gibbs You Only Live Twice tour. And I fucking loved it.
That's what's up. That's dope.
So because of that, we had to cancel that night. But then the very next day, I told Kev, I said, listen, I had to take care of something last night, so let's link up today. He goes, well, dude, I'm going out of town today, so I can't do it until, I come back. I was like, shit. So then once we discovered that it was going to be just me and you on the show, then you got busy. You couldn't do it.
Man.
Wow.
I was dead tired. I ain't even going to lie to you, bro. I was dead tired.
Wow.
Getting off from work, man, waking up extra early, I was dead tired. And I was like, I fell asleep. I fell asleep and then hit you up yo, can we just do this tomorrow? Because it ain't gonna work out.
I'm tired. But we're here now. We are here now. And let's get into this thing, man. How was your week?
It was cool. Nothing to complain about, man. I'm blessed. I'm still living. Right. That's it.
Word. I got invited to a screening. I think it's next week, but an exclusive screening of All Eyes on Me, the Tupac biopic, and I'm looking forward to it.
Bruh,
I'm looking forward to it.
Can you get me on the list?
Man, I don't know. It's exclusive, exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So
ooh,
I'm not too sure.
I'm jealous.
I'm not too sure if I get anybody on there, but I can tell you something though. I was not on board with this movie. And
what?
Nah, shout out to Benny Boom, the director.
Biggie, man, look, Biggie got his own biopic.
Which was trash.
You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson had his biopic.
Which was trash.
TLC got theirs.
Pretty good.
Yeah, TLC was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then you got Michael got a new biopic coming out. Now that's going to be trash.
Trash. You
got the Temptations, the 5 Heartbeats. Pac need his.
Trash.
He's a legend, man. He iconic legend.
Well, you know what? Shout out to Benny Boom, the director. I actually worked with Benny on the Nelly and Ashanti video for Body on Me. I was one of the guys in the casino, high rolling. So when they
was you?
Yeah.
Now you about to go make me watch the video?
Yeah. I'm all in that thing in 2 legit scenes, But
that's what's up.
But the first trailer came out for the movie, and I just wasn't convinced. I was just the dude looks like Pac. Without a doubt, he looks like Pac. But my issue
Have you heard his interview? Have you heard his interview?
Say it again.
How he got the role on Tupac?
No, but we'll get to that in a second. I thought he looked like Pac. But you know me. You know us. When it comes to a biopic, can you act? Right? And the very first time he says anything for the first couple of trailers, all he says is, let's get it. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. But this most recent trailer, though, has definitely won me over. I mean, I'm not crazy about it, but it's won me over to, because the dude really does showcase the various elements to Pac's personality, which I thought was pretty cool. So now I'm kind of convinced. I'm gonna check it out, hoping for a fantastic movie. Because like I said, I thought Notorious was trash. When you have Anthony Mackie playing Tupac, nah.
Right.
I'm not into it. like at all.
How you feel about Jamal Willard?
I feel like with Jamal Willard playing Biggie for a second time, you know, I would hate for him to get typecast as Biggie, but Jamal Willard as Biggie, well, he was okay. He was serviceable.
I mean, I feel he's already typecast as a thug, so.
Right, because he's played Biggie twice, and now he's also in Barbershop 3, also as a thug, so you know what roles he's going to be getting. But have you noticed that it's been a sudden push in Tupac stuff? Like, it's like 2 movies coming out, 3 TV shows coming out, and it's
new documentary
coming. It's like, it's a lot of, all of a sudden, hey, we got to get some Pac out there. But this movie is now beginning to convince me, like, oh, maybe we got something here, you know? But now, how did the dude who's playing Pac actually get the role?
So based on his interview that I listened to, he was like, you know, his dad was big into music. His dad was like a production artist, engineer. And his dad told him about the audition for it. And he was like, you know, they was asking what did he do before? And he was like, shit, I sold ADT. I went door to door selling ADT. And he said one guy, he said it was a white guy. He said that the guy had told him like he looked just like Tupac, and he walked in the guy's house and he had a lot of Tupac memorabilia. And the guy told him like, you know, if anything ever comes up for Tupac, you should try an audition because you definitely look like him. So he said after that was kind of like that intuition, like, damn, I should try out for it. And he said he tried out like 3 times and he got it.
Well, you know, his dad used to be an engineer for Tupac. I believe he has a credit on the All Eyes on Me record. So he's actually more close to Pac than what he actually thought he was. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I was like, that's what's up. See, God works in mysterious ways.
Absolutely. Before we continue this thing, we have to take some time out to say rest in peace to a great actor named Powers Booth. You may not know his name, but you definitely have seen his face somewhere. And he's in Sin City. He was in Sudden Death with Van Damme. He's also in a bunch of other shit, man. Like, the guy was always an immense talent. And like I said, most people, you won't recognize his name, but you definitely know his work. You know, definitely rest in peace, Powers Booth.
Man, he's done like some amazing things, man. Like I've known him in terms of his work, like from, of course, Sudden Death. Mm-hmm. When he did Nixon.
Yep.
He was definitely in one of my favorite movies, but he didn't get credited for it. He was in Con Air.
He was in Con Air?
He was in Con Air.
Kay, are you ready for 2-minute drill, bro?
I am, bro. Let's get this popping.
All right, so let's do it, man. 2-minute drill starts now. What's Ian's daughter's name?
Damn it, I don't know her name. Kelly.
Kelly?
Kelly.
Correct.
No? Okay, cool. What did Kelly call Sarah?
What did Kelly call Sarah? Shit. I have no idea.
Kelly called Sarah a troglodyte.
Wow. Huh. All right. How many T-Rexes are in this movie?
2. No, 3.
Oh, you just got lucky. Yes, 3.
What were the 5 islands known as?
The 5 deaths.
Yep, you got it.
Okay. All right, we got 20 more seconds. Okay, what is Roland's main objective on the expedition?
To hunt a T-Rex.
That is correct.
Good deal. What did Kelly do as a sport?
Gymnastics.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. True or false? Doctor.
I got one.
Huh? Yeah, Dr.
Go
Grant.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, true or false? Dr. Grant is in this movie.
False.
Correct, sir. 5 seconds.
How many animals was on Dr. Hammond's computer? How many dinosaurs?
4.
5.
Ah, damn it.
The last one, it was real quick. The last one was the Velociraptor.
All right. Well, that's time. Well, Kay came through to smash me because he's been knocking him out the park, like out the park. I only got 2 right. If you don't know what movie we're talking about, we're taking it back to the island of was it Isla Nublar?
Isla Sorna.
Isla Sorna. Okay, cool. The Lost World, Jurassic Park, not the favorite of the franchise, but still a good movie though, nonetheless. Original release date May 23rd, 1997. Shares opening weekend with Addicted to Love with Matthew Broderick and Meg Ryan. You ever see that?
I think once.
Nah, I've never seen it.
I think I saw it once.
Box office total of $618.6 million with a production budget of $73 million. So they won that back and more.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Movie currently holds a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. That seems kind of generous. I would have dropped it down to maybe like a 60, maybe a 55.
Yeah, that's very generous.
Pretty generous.
And they gave Beavis and Butthead. What the hell they give Beavis and Butthead?
Like 40 something, right?
Yeah, and that was generous.
Shut up.
I'm starting to think about people and their thoughts.
Well, anyway, you won 2-minute drill, you lucky bastard. So you can kick off Real Talk. So, Kay, let's kick off Real Talk.
Most definitely. So, on the island of Isla Sorna, a young girl named Kathy Bowman, she gone ahead and wanders during this family vacation like an idiot and survives being attacked by a swarm of mini dinos. Now, I can't tell you their name because I'm going to jack it all up. Mm-hmm. And then her parents end up, of course, because they rich and they got the yacht in the background, they go ahead and file the lawsuits against the company Engine, who genetically created these dinos back in part 1 of Jurassic Park, which is now headed by John Hammond, nephew, Peter Ludlow. Okay?
Played by Arliss Howard. Now, before you keep going, quick question.
Go ahead.
Quick bonus 2-minute drill question. The little girl that gets attacked by the mini dinos, do you know what movie she's from?
Not offhand.
You ever
give me. Can you give me a multiple choice?
No. I'm just gonna go ahead and just say it. She comes from a trash movie called When a Stranger Calls. That's Camilla Bell.
Yeah, never watched it.
Exactly. Continue.
So, Peter Ludlow, who plans to use Isla Sorna to alleviate the financial losses of what happened 4 years ago, meets Dr. Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum.
The guy himself.
At his uncle's mansion. And the uncle go ahead and explain to him, like, there's more than just Jurassic Park, the main island. I got other islands that got creatures on it. And Isla Sorna is one of them. It's been abandoned for years because of the hurricane. And he was like, I need your help, pretty much, before they start moving the dinosaurs off that island.
Right.
So he pretty much told him, like, I just need you to do some research so I can help rally the public against this interference that my nephew's trying to do on the island. And he was like, it's 4 people that's also going to be there. It's going to be you, the paleontologist's girlfriend, who's Dr. Sarah Harding, played by Julianne Moore, who, in this movie, she was pretty cute. I probably would have hit it, but I wouldn't have dated. As, part of this team to go and retrieve a few people. But as Malcolm finds out that, Sarah's already on the island. He was like, dude, this didn't become an expedition. Now this is a rescue mission.
Yeah.
She about to die out there.
Yeah.
So
he knows
he
what's
goes
up.
ahead and meet up with his teammates, Eddie Carr, who I loved until his untimely death in this movie, played by Richard Schiff, and Vince Vaughn, who's always hilarious, who played as Nick Owen, who was the engineer.
Nick Van Owen, played by Vince Vaughn. So let me touch on him really quickly. Like, if there's anybody in this movie that is extremely misplaced, it will probably be Vince Vaughn. Only because
you think so?
Yeah, only because when you look at Vince Vaughn, you look at his filmography, right? You just he's a joking guy. He's I just couldn't get with him being there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nah, you're just not convincing enough for me. Nick Van Owen, who is a video documentarian, all right, so we got that. After they arrive on the island, they locate Sarah and discover Ian's daughter, Kelly, played by Vanessa Lee Chester, which they never quite explain exactly how she's his daughter.
Oh, you know how. She adopted.
What, adoption?
Yep, adoption. It was a forced adoption because he said her mom decided to leave her with him and go on a cruise and never come back. It was forced.
That is true. Ian Malcolm likes the swirl. He's down for the swirl.
He does. He's down for the swirl.
But we learned that Kelly had a stowaway in a trailer being used as a mobile base. They watch as an engine team of mercenaries, hunters, and paleontologists, led by Ludlow, that sneaky worm son of a bitch him. They arrive to capture several dinosaurs. Now, I believe the actual goal for them is to reopen Jurassic Park with to get people, to get the investors interested, to bring back an actual dinosaur. So.
Right, they wanted to open it up in San Diego.
Meanwhile,
retards.
The team leader Roland, played by Pete Postlethwaite, I always fuck his name up, but rest in peace to Pete Postlethwaite. He was an amazing actor. Roland is he's the hunter. He's the big game expert, and he hopes to capture a male T-Rex by luring it to the cries of its injured infant. So
like a retard.
So that night, Ian's team sneaks into the engine camp and learn that captured dinosaurs will be brought to a newly proposed theme park based in San Diego. So this prompts Nick and Sarah to free the caged dinosaurs, wreaking total apeshit havoc on the camp.
Stupid. Okay, so the animals, I ain't gonna lie, I love that scene because as they opened up all those cages, it was in the middle of an investors meeting, so it looked like they all just died by the investors' eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because it was being recorded.
It looked like when the shit like really does go down, and the whole time he's all like putting on his A1 presentation. But from the investor's eyes, when you see it, see their view of the screen, it looks like the animal's just like, fuck this shit. I'm about to wreck shop in this joint. And all of a sudden you get the rhinoceros, the various dinosaurs that they've already, caught. They're just wreaking fucking shop on the place. And I thought that was like probably one of the coolest parts of the movie.
It was. Okay, so while this investment thing is going on, you got Nick and Sarah freeing the dinosaurs. Now, as the dinosaurs are wreaking havoc on the camp, Nick goes and finds the T-Rex with the broken leg, and him and Sarah go ahead and try and fix it. Now, while they trying to fix the leg, Kelly hops in the high rise with Eddie because she don't feel safe. And lo and behold, they hear the cries of the baby T-Rex, and mom and dad is looking for that ass. They want to know what's going on, where they baby at.
Which, you know what, it's something about that scene too I thought was really dope too, because remember in the first movie, in the very first movie, the best way to truly introduce the T-Rex, right, is they have, you know, some sort of a water, and when he's coming, the water starts to just move, and it's thunderous, and when he's walking, it's boom, boom, boom. So the only person who knows what the fuck is really coming is Ian, the main person who doesn't even want to be there. So as Nick and Sarah, they're trying to repair this baby T-Rex's leg. Which, by the way, why in the fuck why do you even have it? Why even take that risk of grabbing this T-Rex? Like, let the parents deal with that shit. They got nothing to do with me.
True, but you know, during this scene, it was really Eddie. It was Eddie that saw it. Eddie and Malcolm saw it in the high rise. They saw them trees moving. Mm-hmm. That's what gave it away. Mm-hmm. Them trees was moving.
That is true. Basically, once Ian sees the trees moving, he knows something is coming. Something huge is coming.
Right.
So at this point right now, they're hanging out in the tree. It's Eddie, Ian, and Kelly, because Kelly's scared shitless. Kelly's the only one who's really making any real sense out there. Like, yo, I want to be up somewhere high. You know what I'm saying? Not low. I want to be high. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Like that, the baby T-Rex scared the shit out of her.
Yeah. She's like, no, because if you got a baby T-Rex here, mom and dad ain't too far away. So, yeah, I'm cool on this. Take me somewhere high. And if y'all get eat up, that's on y'all. So, which I thought was, you know, smart on her part for sure. And
it was.
And so once Ian realizes what's getting ready to happen, he's calling the base camp. Nobody's answering the damn phone, and like you figured they wouldn't answer the phone because this is Jurassic Park. So he's calling. He gets no answer, so he decides to not jump out the tree, but he goes down to the main grounds and hauls ass toward the base camp to let them know, y'all gotta get this damn T-Rex out of here because the mom and dad are coming and they sound pissed, right? Mm-hmm. And the one thing Jurassic Park always gets right is the tension and the suspense of it all, because once he actually gets to the base, lets them know, like, listen, he gotta go. But if they're too late, by the time they're convinced, yo, the T-Rexes are coming, they're already at the fucking camp, right? Mm-hmm. I thought was cool because they're looking outside for the T-Rex, and the T-Rex is outside looking at them. So they see him, right? Turn back around, there's a mama. So you got two T-Rexes outside of your camp looking directly at you. Boy, if I ain't...
Nah, they was looking at that baby, but smelling them.
Boy, if I ain't shit my pants, man. If I wouldn't... Man,
I ain't gonna lie, I'd have pissed myself.
Oh, yeah, easily.
I'd have been like, yup, it's over. It's over.
And I don't care who you tell. So, the infant is released to the adult T-Rexes, which they then... Oh, no, correction. They walk away, and they're going like, oh, that's crazy. And the funny thing is, Sarah is so amazed by what just happened, she's not even thinking about what's getting ready to happen, right?
Right.
So... they walk away with their infant, only to come back and destroy the fucking trailer that they're in. I mean, destroy.
Yeah, they want to push that joint over the edge of that cliff.
Yes. So that's when Eddie soon arrives. But as he's trying to pull the trailer back over the edge with the SUV, of course, we see the demise of Eddie. Cool guy, by the way. Eddie was a dope dude. And
he was.
And they see him trying to help the trailer, and they wreck up his SUV, eating his ass in the process. Now, I think this is like the first time we really do see like a body get like devoured in front of us in the Jurassic Park movie. Like,
yeah.
You literally see him. You see them grab Eddie's body, I think via head or via leg, one of the two, and then one T-Rex comes up to the other one, gets a bite of Eddie, and they just snap them apart. They both have their own separate pieces. We've never seen that in a Jurassic Park movie. You know what I'm saying? So that part was definitely like, ooh, damn, that fucking sucks. The trailer and the SUV both plummet over the cliff, and they're both obviously they're destroyed. But Ian, Sarah, and Nick they're rescued by the engine team along with Kelly, and now both groups must work together to try to get off the island because at this point now both groups' communication equipment and vehicles are destroyed. So now they have to team up, for the old engine to search for the old engine compound's radio station on foot.
Mm-hmm. So as they go ahead and search together the next night while everybody's sleeping, what do you get? 2 adult T-Rexes that find that camp. Why they find it? Because Sarah, dumbass, still got the infant's blood on her jacket. And they go in and wreak havoc. Now, I love this scene because Roland tranquilizes the male, but you don't really see it happen.
Right.
But when the T-Rexes come, they force the whole camp into the raptor pit. And I love that scene because everybody's in tall ass grass. So you see like 30 dudes with guns walking in this tall ass grass, and then like 7 to 10 steps behind them, you start seeing the raptors coming out for different angles,
snatching them
in
up.
that tall grass, snatching them up. You just see them start. You just see them start falling to the ground. Like that's one of the dopest scenes I've seen Jurassic Park make.
Yeah,
for real.
I thought that scene was just so dope because first of all, I wouldn't be out there. However, if I was out there, right, and I know what's going on, right, do you think I'm about to be walking through goddamn 5'7" tall grass? I don't know what's in there. I have no idea what's in there. So why am I walking through that grass?
Exactly.
Seriously. And then if you know what you're doing out there as far as like the dinosaurs and whatnot, then the velociraptors are not to be fucked with. Not to be fucked with. They run faster than you. They're stronger
Aren't they
than
second to the deadliest?
Yeah,
aren't they second to the T-Rex?
Yes, to the T-Rex. And really, they kind of overshadow the T-Rex because they're fast. They jump high.
Exactly. But they hunt in a pack.
And they hunt in packs, exactly. The T-Rex, though they hunt as well, but they don't hunt in packs. He's usually a solo star. But
right,
they don't always hunt. They're either hunting or they're nesting. You know what I mean? The velociraptors, they're always looking for food. Always looking for food.
They like wolves. Wolves are hyenas.
Exactly. So Nick runs ahead of the communication center. Runs ahead to the communication center, and at the engine workers' village to call for rescue. When Ian, Sarah, and Kelly arrive, they're ambushed and attacked by the raptors. I'm telling you, these raptors are not to be fucked with. You would think, from learning from the last movie, they're not to be fucked with. Just why don't you get that? And
not even the first movie. Out of all the movies, the raptor ain't never been. Raptor was always there. Like, nigga, what's good? What's poppin'? You want to get there? You don't want this.
Never the ones. But so they evade the raptors until the helicopter arrives. Now, but before I get to the actual rescue itself, let's go to that scene to where the raptors do show up, and so you get Kelly, who, in my opinion, puts on the best gymnastic performance ever. Even though I feel like this particular scene does get corny because she does the flips and all that, and literally kicks one in the head, kicking him out of the window.
Oh no, that was a body blow. She kicked him in the body.
Oh really? I thought that was a headshot. Either way it goes.
That was a that was a body blow. She kicked him out that window.
and he landed on the like some sort of a pole or something like that.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Good for you, Kelly. Good for you.
Right. You out here holding it down for the home team.
As the only black face in this movie, holding it down. So
not the only. It was always the one token black guy that got to die.
What guy was this?
When the Raptors started picking people off one by one in the tall grass, it was the one black dude that screamed longer than he should have when the raptor jumped in the air.
Oh, right. He doesn't count because he has no lines. Raptor. He has no lines in the movie.
Yeah, that scream was his only line.
Yeah. He's merely expendable. Everybody else in this movie are super expendable. Like you're literally only there to be killed. So they evade the raptors until the helicopter arrives, transports them off the island.
As they get home, you got a freight ship. Oh, well, first off, they make it home, right? And they're trying to go see what engine ended up bringing to San Francisco, which they kind of caught a glimpse of. Oh, San Diego, which they kind of caught a glimpse of. When they were on the helicopter, they saw something being put on like I guess like a cage. And then when they got there, they wanted to see what was going to be unveiled. And then they find out while they're at the dock, there's a freight ship that is on its way and ain't nobody answering. So it ends up crashing into the dock. The crew was killed by an unknown creature. And, they never did say what the creature was that killed them.
But we know.
I was thinking, when I was watching it, I was thinking it was a raptor. I was like, damn, a raptor done got on and ate all of them up.
But
we end up finding out.
Real quick, that scene, though, like leading up to the actual, doc, but that scene has so much tension because us as an audience, we know what happened. We know exactly what happened because, the weasel. I'm going to call him the weasel. The weasel is doing this presentation, thinking
you don't want to call him Peter.
Fuck him, weasel. So he's doing the presentation, and the guy comes up and goes, "Listen, like I gotta show you something, like right now. Like, you gotta come right now." He's all like, "Oh, has our package arrived yet? Like, come see right now." So the guy takes him over to the control station and sees that the dock is not slowing down, and they're telling him, like, "Listen, you need to slow down." Right? They keep calling. Nobody's answering. And then eventually, everybody outside looking like, "Oh, there's a ship coming." Oh, he isn't slowing down. Nope, he's definitely not slowing down. So it takes Ian to be like, "Everybody run, get out the way, yada yada." And then
now this is my thing. Mm-hmm. How did everybody see that ship in that heavy ass, pitch black, dark, thick ass fog?
They just felt it in their.
Wasn't no lights, no nothing.
Felt it in the bones. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. but they see this big ass ship and it's not slowing down, so everybody just runs, and that's when they literally find out that they are killed by a creature that at this point they don't know what killed them, but it's all kind of ass and hands and blood and guts just cooking all over the place.
Ass, bloods, and guts everywhere,
all over the place. So this next part I thought was fucking retarded. He should die first. Okay, so once they're running up there and they're expecting a cargo ship to see, all right, well, what's going on? You got this one dude, right? Oh, sorry, take it back. You have the hand of somebody that's controlling the actual cage, the big metal cage thingy on top of the ship, right?
Right, the lid.
Leave it to this one fucking security dude to pull the and the lid and it's moving. You could tell it's moving for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Leave it to this one security dude to try to rip off the actual remote from the severed hand, and then literally open the shit.
People ain't got no common sense.
No kind of goddamn sense. Like, bruh, it's a reason why that needs to stay closed. All right, your guard makes $7.50 an hour. Stick to that. But.
Stick to what you know.
So the guard opens the cargo hold, accidentally releasing the fucking T-Rex on everybody. Right? If you don't get eaten, you're for sure fired. That's what I'd say.
He deserved to be dead. Yeah, you got the T-Rex now breaking loose out the cargo hold and escapes into San Diego and goes on this like crazy ass destructive rampage, flipping cars over, eating civilians. This shit was crazy. He had like a nice little feast. Mm-hmm. And while they're doing that, Ian and Sarah try and retrieve the baby T-Rex, which is what the daddy T-Rex is looking for, at a secured engine building, which we end up finding out is the damn theme park they've been building. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they grab it, hop in this dope ass little what is it, drop top Corvette? It's like an old school joint, right? Like maybe an old school caddy,
like hot rods in a sense. Yeah
hop in that and they drive back towards the ship and try and lure the daddy T-Rex from the screaming people.
Right.
Now, let me tell you, one of the craziest scenes I like that they threw in here, which I noticed they started putting in other movies like Transformers, where there's something crazy going on, but the destructive thing goes through a residential area. Like when the T-Rex went into the backyard and the little kid got out the bed and was like, "There's a dinosaur in the backyard." The parents didn't believe him and went to the window, and when he took that picture, they all freaked. Like, that happened in Transformers when Optimus came out and landed in that pool, and the little girl was like, "Are you the Tooth Fairy?" I can remember all the way back to a movie, which y'all probably don't remember, but the Monster Squad.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Where the mummy was in the little boy's closet,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "It's a monster in my closet," and the dad went in the closet and didn't even look and was like, "See, there's no monster." Like, that's one of my favorite joints,
Which I thought was crazy.
But they go ahead.
Go ahead, real quick. So, okay, first of all, this is probably one of the low points of the movie for me. It's something about a T-Rex in San Diego. Nah. I'd rather you keep the T-Rex on the island and then fight him on the island. That'd be great. Only because if you look at the history of gigantic creatures, on city streets. Remember Mighty Joe Young? With the big-ass ape? And I was just like, nah. I can't.
I mean, old school Godzilla.
The old school Godzilla, of course, yeah, all that. And it's
old school King Kong, yeah.
It's something about gigantic creatures in city streets, basically making everybody that's there dinner for somebody. And it's just like, I could take Mighty Joe Young, I could take King Kong, I could take Godzilla, but I just couldn't get down with the T-Rex. It's just like, it seems...
You couldn't get down with Jurassic Park?
It seems cheesy. I don't know why. Nah.
The crazy part is you just named Jurassic Park creatures. Godzilla, King Kong.
Jurassic Park scale creatures for sure. So
right.
So they found the T-Rex. The baby T-Rex is making its whimpers so to basically get his attention. So once they got his attention, of course, the 76 ball comes rolling by the car and all that shit, and so now they're being chased by the T-Rex, who's running fast enough, but for movie purposes,
he just can't catch him.
So by the time they get back to the ship, the Weasel is there, and he sees them with the infant, and now he's trying to intervene.
They end up getting the T-Rex back in the cargo hold, which I like. They took the baby T-Rex and put it in the cargo hold and had the big T-Rex come in for it. But what I loved about it was Pete, and what do you call him?
The Weasel.
The Weasel. Mm-hmm. The Weasel gets what he deserves. Mm-hmm. He goes back into the cargo hold to get the baby infant.
Why in the fuck would you go in there? Seriously.
Exactly.
You know what
he goes
out,
in
right?
to get the baby T-Rex, and Daddy came home and jacked him up just enough to let the baby T-Rex get a piece of that ass. And they end up, securing it and escorting it back to Isla Sorna. And I think it was the Costa Rican government that followed it.
Yeah. Well, the thing I thought was mad cool was that, I remember when I first seen the movie, and you watch Ian and Sarah's plan kind of unfold. So once they drop the baby off, they hit the water. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But then as an adult, you watch it again, like, oh, I get it. So you drop the baby off, hop in there, so therefore if the adult's not on you, they get out the water. Sarah gets that tranquilizer dart, and at the proper time, shoots that bitch, right? So once they tranquilize the adult, I guess they didn't worry about the baby. Baby wasn't really a problem, but they tranquilized the
right.
They tranquilized the adult as Ian closes the cargo doors. I'm like, that was a damn good plan. That was a good plan. I like that plan. That was a good plan. And the T-Rexes are escorted back to Isla Sorna, like you said, and the movie kind of closes out with Hammond basically securing the island for from any human interference, and have the animals go back to their natural nature. Bleh. They want to declare the island
natural habitat.
Right. They want to declare the island as nature preserved, which is a great thing. And then the last line in the movie, basically affirming that life will find a way. So you have these dinosaurs on this island that nobody can really go to, but we know that they're there.
And we're watching.
Yeah. We're always watching. Well, that's the movie. I know it seemed like it went by pretty quick, but what more can you talk about when it's a movie 2 hours long about running and ducking and screaming? There's not much you can really cover there. So let's kick off takeaways. Before we do the takeaways, though, okay, let me ask you. Obviously, you've seen all three: Jurassic Park, Lost World, Jurassic Park.
I've seen them all,
and now we got Jurassic World coming now. How does Lost World compare to the other three?
Lost World, I mean, honestly, I would put Lost World like what's that damn movie we talk about so much? Fast and Furious. Mm-hmm. Lost World would be like Tokyo Drift.
Oh no,
where it really didn't have no meaning. It really didn't have no meaning to it, but you get why they made it. Like, okay, y'all were just trying to. I see what y'all
capitalize.
Were doing. Right.
I feel the same way. I feel like the Lost World, unlike Jurassic Park had substance, and it was something like, and like I said, they keep it secluded to just being on the island and being at the park, which I thought was cool because it raised that tension and the suspense and all that. That's what I mostly love about the first movie. This movie, you could tell it was just something that they just wanted to make another one. Let's have people running and screaming for their fucking lives because, well, what else are you gonna do when you're dealing with Isla Sorna? You know what I mean? So
right.
Let's kick off takeaways. Kay, who's getting your That Guy award?
Malcolm, man, he was right from the beginning.
And it's Jeff Goldblum. That's a cool motherfucker. Who's getting your That Chick award?
Kelly getting my That Chick award, man.
Oh, you talk about
if it wasn't for Kelly, they ass would have been grass.
Who's getting your This Fool award?
The Weasel.
The Weasel.
The Weasel getting it. He was retarded because Jeff told him in the beginning, like, dude, this shit gonna backfire on you. This ain't what you want.
And I'll be there when
he did it anyway. He told him twice.
Mm-hmm.
He told him twice, not once, twice.
Who's getting your This Fool award?
He is the fool.
I'm tripping. What are you cutting out?
I'd probably cut out little Benjamin and his role as there's a monster in my room.
Yeah, I'd agree. And let me get your iconic scene.
Kelly, man. Kelly's the iconic scene, bro.
Which part, though? The kicking out of the raptor?
Wait, yeah, the kicking out of the raptor, man. That was the dopest scene ever.
All right, so for me, my That Guy award, I'm like you. I'm going to give it to Ian because he's the only one who had any kind of sense to be like, yo, why in the fuck are you going back out there? You know what's out there. Like, you'll be back in 2 or 3 days. You'll be back in 2 or 3 pieces. Like, yes, that's real. As you can see,
that's real.
Eddie, one of the coolest motherfuckers in the movie, he didn't last long. So that should tell you something.
Exactly.
My That Chick award, I'm gonna go with you on this one. I'm gonna give it to Kelly, even though Kelly, in the beginning of the movie, was ripe for this fool because she wanted to be around so bad, and then she snuck on only to be like, listen, I'm ready to go. Some scary shit out here. Nah. But then she redeems herself by doing that really cool gymnastics thing and then kicking the raptor out the window, pretty much killing it. So I thought that would warrant her to be the That Chick award. This Fool award is gonna go to the Weasel. Ludlow. It's gonna go to the Weasel because in all movies where it's like a natural disaster or a loose crazy animal or a creature, a very violent creature is loose, there's always that one dude, preferably British, but there's always that one dude who does not see the threat in none of this. All he sees is money. And it's like, dude, when you die, I can't wait for you to die first. Like, and unfortunately, he doesn't die first. He dies at the very end. But the fact is, he had to go to teach himself that damn lesson. Like, bro, there's a reason why your uncle didn't want to come out and do this shit anymore, okay? There's a reason why Malcolm is telling you, nah, I'm cool on that. I don't want to do that. So for that, he had to go, and for that, he is my this fool for sure. Cut that out. I'm going to agree with you on the little boy taking a picture of the dinosaur and the parents themselves for being dumbasses to be like, ain't no dinosaur outside. And then I can also give it to the dog. I want to cut the whole dog scene out because as the dog is barking at this T-Rex and he kind of gives him like a little snarl back, he goes back into to the dog cage, into his dog house. And then once the parents realize what's going on outside, he already ate the damn dog. Yeah. Iconic scene for me. That's a tough one because there's not too many iconic scenes in this movie, at least not for my taste. But I would say it's really Jeff Goldblum's quips. I mean, even though he's scared like everybody else is, he's not afraid to hit you with the one-liners. Like, oh, that's that Goldblum for you. I like that Goldblum right there. So to give you an example, it was let me give you a good one. What was a good Jeff Goldblum line that he says in the movie? Basically telling the weasel, he said, listen, you're going to fail, and I'm going to be there when it happens.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So let's knock out quick hits, man, before we wrap this show up. All right, so quick hits. The Japanese tourists running from the rampaging T-Rex in the San Diego scene, an obvious homage to Godzilla movies, are saying in Japanese, I left Japan to get away from this.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. If you're used to Godzilla, then all of a sudden you come to America and now you got this big motherfucker. Like, dude, well, what the hell? I can't go nowhere without escaping you big bitches. What's going on? The next one is the man that is eaten by the T-Rex next to the video store in San Diego is David Koepp, one of the writers of the film. He is credited in this movie as Unlucky Bastard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how they wanted to put him on there?
Yeah, credit says Unlucky Bastard, played by David Koepp. Julianne Moore admitted that she did this film to pay off a divorce settlement. She kept it real. Way real.
Damn.
Way real.
That's deep.
The title of the novel was simply The Lost World, with the cover showing the familiar Jurassic Park logo to establish it as a sequel. However, the studio feared that the public might confuse it with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's classic of the same title. The title and many plot elements were indeed deliberate references by Michael Crichton, and originally considered naming the film The Lost Island. In the end, the novel's title was kept, but Jurassic Park was appended to solidify the sequel's connection. Which I always thought was weird because, the actual title for this movie is The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Why not just call it The Lost World, Jurassic Park 2? Or fuck it, Jurassic Park 2. But then again, if you call it Jurassic Park 2 and it doesn't take place in the park, it kind of defeats the purpose.
Defeat the purpose?
Yeah, exactly. There is roughly 50% more dinosaur action in this film than Jurassic Park, the first movie.
It was 50%. Yeah, it was. Because we got to see more of the island, a lot more animals.
A lot more shit was going down. Absolutely. When the T-Rex bites the traffic signal in San Diego, a street sign on the right edge of the screen reads, in part, no dinosaurs. I never noticed that. Did you?
I never noticed that either.
Interesting. Steven Spielberg originally intended to just produce the film rather than direct. Because he produces the third one. He didn't direct the third one, but he just produced it. I feel like Steven Spielberg and sequels, they don't necessarily go hand in hand. Steven Spielberg with the first movie, he had a clear vision about what he wanted to do, right? This second one was I feel was like a lot of studio interference. I mean, you could tell they went after the sequel for more money. But, you know, The Lost World, the book, is not the most popular of books compared to the original Jurassic Park book. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we get Jurassic Park 3, and then they're like, you know what, let's reboot this whole damn thing. So, yeah. After the bus crashes into the video store, a fictional Tom Hanks film called Tsunami Sunrise can be seen on a cardboard stand-up. When I read that, I immediately went back to that scene, and I totally saw the cardboard stand-up. Tsunami Sunrise.
I'm gonna have to look that back.
Tsunami Sunrise starring Tom Hanks. What would that be about?
I'm gonna look at it. I don't know, but I'm gonna look it up.
At 129 minutes, this is the longest Jurassic Park film.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Totally. And you feel all 129 minutes of it. And last one for the night, the first and only time that both a second T-Rex and the infant are shown in the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
yeah, it's the only time you see that. Yeah, it's the only time you see a mother and a father T-Rex together too.
So you kind of feel from like they just want their baby back. You know what I'm saying? So, Kay, before we wrap this thing up, what is your overall thought and feeling about The Lost World, Jurassic Park, 20 years later?
I mean, I love it because it's a part of the franchise, but looking at what they're doing now compared to then, I mean, it was dope back then, but I think it's definitely a lot better now.
Word. For me, it's definitely a movie that is enjoyable. Obviously, it's not as great as the first one. The first one is a icon, staple, in my opinion. But for what they tried to pull off, plus Jeff Goldblum's coming back for Jurassic World too, so I'm cool with that. I'm looking forward to that. But should be dope. But I definitely do not want Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic World 2 to play out like Jeff Goldblum in Independence Day 2. No. I want no parts of that. Independence Day 2 as a whole was garbage truck juice. Yeah, it's that bad.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So that's it, you guys. That's the movie. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Let's plug some stuff. Back to the Classics, a movie talk group is now available on Facebook. Just jump in, join the conversation. We're always We're always ready to hang out with you guys and talk movies. Jump on BeatNetworkOnline.com for your link to all the other podcasts that we have, as well as merchandise. I myself got a shirt and a new pad for Back to the Classics, so I can take all my notes down and have my interview questions for our guest. What are we missing here? Okay, here we go. So,
Pillow Talk,
the new episode, the new series we have called Pillow Talk, Sitting in the City, will be dropping very, very soon. And also, of course, we got The Noise with Los and Hollywood Kev, which, by the way, Los and Hollywood Kev will be on the show next week as we kick off our Listener's Choice episode, the best gangster movie. We tallied up all the votes. We officially have a winner. We'll make that announcement, I'd say Tuesday or something like that. But next week, Listener's Choice episode, the best gangster movie, was our special guest, Los and Hollywood Kev from The Noise. And with that being said, Kay, let the good people know where they can find you, bruh.
You know, hit me up on Facebook, man. I suck on every other social media, so I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm on them, man. You can hit me up. I will talk. Somebody reach out, holla at me, PHA1914, Instagram and Twitter. I got a Snapchat, but I don't use it. So, I mean, I don't use the other two, but I do be on it. Hit me up, man. I'm on there. Facebook, it's KAY Williams. Holla at me.
Word. You can find me on all the social medias simply at I am J Alonzo. That's Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and all the other good stuff. You talk to me and I'll talk back. With that being said, we are out this thing.
Let's stop at Waffle House on the way home, bro.
Ooh, Waffle House. I could go for some bacon right now. Well, that's it, y'all. We're out this thing. I'm your boy, Jay Alonzo, and with me is my guy,
K. Williams, man. Y'all be safe. Be blessed.
Be safe. Be blessed. Be cool. Be haunted. Be all that good stuff. And we'll see y'all next week. All right? Peace.